The 21st Century Campaign was an idea that I had when I was elected. I ran on a ballot, if you will, and a campaign promise to develop an effort that would move Sophe into a more modern, contemporary sort of organization. 1995 or so, Sophe was largely a membership society. It had just moved from California to Washington, D.C., with Elaine coming on as the executive director. As I began to develop my presidency, the cornerstone of my presidency was to develop a new resource development committee and to put that committee to work to launch something that we would call the 21st Century Campaign. And the elements of that were an individual giving plan to encourage individual members of Sophe to understand there was an expectation that in addition to their membership dues, they would help support the organization with individual donations. There was an effort to also work with foundations that were willing to support Sophe, so we were able to go out to the California Endowment. We launched with a grant from the California Endowment, the California Endowment Scholars Program, identifying I think something like 10 or 12 individuals who are, most of whom are now leaders in Sophe or have been leaders in Sophe over the last 15 to 18 years. And we were able to obtain larger gifts, such as the DrankCon gift, which was a negotiation late in December, I think in '97, when the attorney for the estate of Vivian DrankCon communicated with Sophe, and Elaine said, you should really talk with John Allegrante, our incoming president and resource development chair, and we negotiated a $100,000 gift from the DrankCon family estate that went into what is now the DrankCon Scholarship. So I think by the time I ended my presidency, we had raised about $250,000 new dollars that had never been in Sophe's coffers. And it was with that we launched the 21st Century Campaign, which has grown dramatically over these last 15 years. And one need only look at the number of scholarships, the number of awards, the number of initiatives that we've been able to catalyze with that money. So I think it was a real contribution, and it wasn't me alone. I mean, it was all of the Sophe leadership. Elaine was just an incredible partner in putting this all together with me and the Resource Development Committee. And I'm really pleased to see it's had a life that's continued.